That would be insane. And you'd probably get his face kicked off, probably get strangled, probably get taken down, strangled, and he would be helpless.
For Manny to come back after this long and to face a young guy like that is dangerous.
Pacquiao hasn't, he hasn't been a pro in a minute, and they're coming back to fight someone for a belt. Barrios technically should win, but this isn't fair.
Joe Rogan has expressed concern for Manny Pacquiao, urging him to withdraw from his fight against Mario Barrios. Rogan believes it's not worth the risk, emphasizing how rare it is for older fighters to maintain high-level performance. He notes that only a few legends have achieved this. Bernard Hopkins fought into his 50s, Archie Moore remained competitive late in his career, and George Foreman won the heavyweight title at 46 by knocking out Michael Moorer. Rogan feels Pacquiao's legacy is already established, and continuing to fight could potentially do more harm than good.
And he's a nice guy. If you're nice to him, he's a nice guy. He's fun. He's fun. But, in the street, if you find that guy and you talk to him for no reason, he's going to put you in the hospital. He's going to put you in the hospital. And you can't do a goddamn thing about it. You don't even have a chance. You have nothing. You have zero chance. This idea, fucking these guys can't fight, I know how to fight. Shut your mouth. You have no idea what you're talking about. They always did it. They used to do it to Chuck Liddell. People would talk shit.
They used to do it to Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson, people would talk to. There's certain people that are just crazy, man.
Well, speaking of Mike Tyson, these people that think that he don't stand a chance against Jake Paul, this shouldn't even, because he's too old. I think you're crazy.
Well, they're definitely uninformed.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing: he is 57 years old. He will be 58 when they fight. He has had a long fighting career. He has been knocked out by massive men like Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield. He's had a lot of blows, and it's long past the time where most people ever fight. The only person that ever fought competitively after age 50 is Bernard Hopkins and Archie Moore. Archie Moore did it back in the day.
Foreman was 40.
Joe Rogan has always recognized Manny Pacquiao's exceptional achievements during his prime, praising him for being unlike most fighters. While others relied on trash talk or mind games, Pacquiao remained calm, never responding with anger or drama. Instead, he let his fists do the talking, proving his worth inside the ring rather than with words. Rogan respects how Pacquiao focused on performance, not bravado, walking quietly into the ring and repeatedly dismantling those who doubted him. To Rogan, Pacquiao is a true legend, not just for his incredible speed, explosive power, or remarkable footwork, but for his humility and discipline. In a world filled with loud voices, Pacquiao stood out by staying silent, allowing his greatness to speak for itself. Rogan admires how Pacquiao's approach went beyond his physical talents, showing that true greatness is not just about fighting skill but also about character and integrity.
He's an interesting guy, man, because he's so friendly.
Right.
Even when people are trash talking, he's smiling, and then he gets in that ring.
Kick you later.
Different dude.
Right.
Once he steps to that ropes, this is a whole different set of rules he's flying with.
Keith Urban talking about you gonna crucify him and stuff like that, and he just
don't say that. Yeah.
and got crucified.
Yeah, but he's
I wish you the best too. Good luck in that fight.
Bradley believes that when old legends like Manny Pacquiao come out of retirement, it's usually for one reason: money. In his view, Pacquiao has already achieved everything possible in boxing, leaving no real justification for risking his health except for a big payday. Bradley is even more concerned about the level of competition Pacquiao is choosing. Mario Barrios is not a warm-up fight. He is young, strong, and hungry. Bradley warns that Pacquiao, who hasn't fought in years, may struggle with timing, reflexes, and endurance, factors that inevitably decline with age. Facing a dangerous, active opponent like Barrios after such a long layoff is a major gamble. Bradley respects Pacquiao's legacy but believes this is an unwise decision. He emphasizes that age catches up with everyone, and boxing is the last sport where someone should discover the hard way that they are no longer the same fighter they once were.
Big payday? Big fight?
But can he win? Or is it Pacquiao?
Dude, fucking badass. Pacquiao becomes champion again. That's a movie.
It could be. It could happen.
George Foreman did 46. 46.
No, listen, Manny Pacquiao special. If anyone could do it, it's Pacquiao. Pita. Pacquiao, okay. I'm going to tell you the mathematics. It doesn't always work. Manny Pacquiao beat Thurman. Thurman beat Barrios. So why wouldn't Pacquiao beat Barrios?
He's 46. He hasn't fought like 4 years.
Well, he's fresh then. No wear and tear.
Have you seen it? Have you guys seen him? He looked like shit.
He didn't try. He didn't
He looked like
train.
shit.
His speed is... Age doesn't matter. Age is nothing but a number. 40's the new 30s. How old is Barrios?
It doesn't matter. He's in his prime. He's a world champ right now.
Pacquiao's decision to return to the boxing ring has shocked the sports world. After announcing his retirement in 2021 following a loss to URGES, the 46-year-old legend is now set for a high-stakes showdown with Mario Barrios in July, competing for the WBC welterweight title. The match was officially confirmed by WBC President Mauricio Suleiman, who highlighted Pacquiao's lasting impact on the sport and his desire to retire as a champion. Despite questions about his age and the time spent away from the ring, Pacquiao remains confident in his ability to make history once again. However, doubts linger. Can Pacquiao, now in his mid-40s, still perform at the highest level after such a long absence? With no recent fights to assess his current form, the stakes are higher than ever. Suleiman has confirmed that all necessary permissions have been granted for Pacquiao to challenge for the welterweight title. While the announcement has generated excitement among fans, it has also sparked concern. Pacquiao will be facing a younger, active opponent in Mario Barrios, a fighter who is strong, hungry, and in his prime. Fans are left wondering if the legendary Pacquiao can still withstand the physical demands of boxing after such a lengthy layoff.
Manny Pacquiao getting back in the ring again for a world title fight.
Well, obviously, definitely has to do with money. 1, 2. I think Manny Pacquiao, I think his C game is a lot better than anybody, a lot of guys' A game, even with the age. But you have to take into account the last time he stepped foot in that ring against URGES. You know, he didn't look good. He was outmatched by, a fighter, a younger fighter. Barrios is no slouch. Barrios is a young fighter, bigger fighter, knows how to, control distance very well, can punch a little bit. Like, he's no easy task for anybody in the welterweight division. And for Manny to come back after this long and to face a young guy like that is dangerous. And sometimes, these old legends, they got to get beat up several times before they call it quits.
Trainer Greg Hackett has voiced serious concerns about Manny Pacquiao's upcoming fight against Mario Barrios, highlighting how drastically the situation has changed since Pacquiao's prime. Known for his straightforward approach, Hackett emphasized that if this fight had taken place a few years ago, Pacquiao would have dominated Barrios without question. However, at 45 years old and with years of inactivity, Hackett believes the Pacquiao fans remember is a thing of the past. He pointed out that Pacquiao's speed, stamina, and natural fight instincts have inevitably declined with age. For Hackett, this fight appears more like a money grab than a genuine contest between two elite athletes. He argued that the bout lacks the competitive spirit of Pacquiao's earlier matchups and is instead a spectacle capitalizing on the legend's name. Hackett's comments raise serious questions about the true motivation behind Pacquiao's return. Is it about proving himself again, or simply a lucrative payday? His perspective highlights the risks Pacquiao faces, stepping into the ring against a younger, fresher, and active opponent like Barrios. The trainer warns that this fight could be a dangerous test for the aging icon.
WBC president Mauricio Suleiman has said Mario Barrios will face Manny Pacquiao this July. That's some crazy shit, bro. That's some crazy news. Manny Pacquiao is 46 years of age. He's making his return to the ring. And he said he wants to go out with a bang. He wants to finish his career as a champion. That's some crazy shit. Manny Pacquiao's professional record currently stands at 62 wins. 39 of those coming via knockout, 8 losses and 2 draws. Manny Pacquiao has one of the most impressive CVs in the sport of boxing. Just take a look at from 09, Ricky Hatton, all the way up until here. There's so many names: Timothy Bradley, Manuel Marquez, Shane Mosley, Joshua Clotley, Miguel Cotto, Floyd Mayweather, Jesse Vargas. Like, there's so many names on this list. You know what I'm saying? Let's take a look at Mario Barrios' record. 29 wins, 18 of those coming via knockout, 2 losses and 1 draw on his resume. What do I make of this fight? I don't know, you know. I mean, listen, this is a young man's sport. I asked myself, Manny Pacquiao, why do you want to come back and fight a younger fighter? You know what I mean? Mario Barrios, who is a current champion, the WBC champion. Why? What have you got to prove? You've proven everything throughout your career. So I don't know what to say, but anyways, let me know in the comment section what you guys think, and watch a clip of the president of WBC, Mauricio Suleiman, talk about it.
Following in the footsteps of Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson, who both returned to the ring for lucrative exhibition bouts, Manny Pacquiao's decision to challenge Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight title has sparked controversy. Critics argue that these comebacks are more about financial gain than preserving a fighter's legacy. The fear is that such returns may tarnish a legendary career rather than add to it. Fans are increasingly apprehensive about Pacquiao's return, with many labeling the upcoming fight against Barrios as unnecessary and predictable. Critics point out that younger, more active fighters like Barrios are likely to dominate in such matchups, making it hard to believe that Pacquiao, now 46, can perform at the same level he did in his prime. The magic and excitement Pacquiao once brought to the ring are cherished memories, but there is growing concern that his recent comebacks could overshadow his historic achievements. Pacquiao's legacy is already legendary, a career filled with iconic victories and unforgettable moments. Yet fans fear these new fights may risk overshadowing that brilliance. The sense of nostalgia for his past greatness makes this return feel more like a potential mistake than a celebration. As more boxing legends step back into the ring for exhibition bouts, many question whether these returns are driven by a genuine love for the sport or simply for financial incentives. Fans are left wondering if the sport's true magic is being diluted by these questionable decisions, turning legendary careers into spectacles instead of celebrated legacies.
Pacquiao hasn't been a pro in a minute, and they're coming back to fight someone for a belt. Barrios technically should win, but this isn't fair. Like, we could have had Brian Norman Jr. versus. We could have Brian Norman Jr. versus Barrios, but we're getting Manny Pacquiao versus Barrios. I don't think anyone wants to see that. Manny Pacquiao is past his prime. He's not in his fighting years no more. And then can he make 147? And then you're letting him fight for the belt. To me, that doesn't make any type of sense. And then if he beats Barrios, let's say hypothetically he beats him, is he gonna unify? Because Boost, that's sitting in the lamb to slaughter. Brian Norman, that's sitting in the lamb to slaughter. Like, this doesn't make no sense. These young fighters, they can really hurt Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao couldn't even handle URGES. Just think about how this is all playing out. It doesn't make sense. This fight shouldn't be made. Like, there's other fighters that Barrios can fight.
For many in the boxing community, Manny Pacquiao's return to the ring feels more like a spectacle than a genuine sporting event. The significant age gap between Pacquiao and his opponent, combined with his prolonged absence from the sport, has cast doubt on the legitimacy of the fight. Instead of being a true test of skill, this matchup appears designed to draw attention and generate revenue. Critics argue that such events diminish the integrity of boxing, transforming it into a cash grab rather than a meaningful athletic contest. The idea of a legendary figure like Pacquiao returning for a fight that seems more promotional than competitive has sparked frustration among fans and insiders. There is a growing sentiment that these types of matchups, driven by financial motives, undermine the sport's true spirit. one defined by fierce competition and respect for skill. Pacquiao's legacy as a Hall of Fame boxer is unquestionable, and his name is synonymous with greatness. Yet his decision to return to the ring at 46 has raised concerns among his loyal supporters. There is a deep emotional attachment to his past achievements, and the thought of him risking his reputation, especially against a younger, fresher fighter like Mario Barrios, feels like it could tarnish the legacy he has built over decades. Fans worry that a comeback could overshadow the remarkable career Pacquiao has already cemented in boxing history, turning his storied legacy into a spectacle rather than a celebration of his greatness.
Bro, I'm sitting here chilling, right? Chilling with Miss KO. About to go grab some lunch. And my homie L-Dub texts me. And he let me know some crazy shit, bro. Manny Pacquiao is trying to come back to boxing, and he want to fight Mario Barrios for the 147-pound WBC welterweight title of the world. Manny, 8th division champion, bro. Hall of Fame fighter. Great memories of watching you fight. Sit your old ass down somewhere, man, and chill with your wife, bro. Go be senator, bro. Just because you didn't win president, don't mean you can't run again and maybe try to win the next time, dog. We not trying to see you back in the boxing ring. At all. URGES beat your ass in 2021. Barrios beat URGES ass in 2023. What the fuck do you think Barrios gonna do to you right now, bro? Sit down, Manny. Shit.
Joe Rogan has consistently praised Manny Pacquiao for his incredible achievements, highlighting how Pacquiao dominated multiple weight classes and stunned the world with victories over elite fighters like Miguel Cotto. Known for his lightning-fast hands and explosive leg power, Pacquiao became one of the most feared and respected boxers of his era. His career is filled with accolades, earning him admiration from fans and fellow athletes alike. Pacquiao retired as a legend, leaving behind a celebrated legacy. However, his recent announcement to return to the ring at 46 for an exhibition fight has sparked debate. Many question whether, like Floyd Mayweather, Pacquiao's comeback is driven more by financial incentives than a true passion for competition. This has led some fans to worry that his iconic career could be overshadowed by the motives behind this unexpected return. Instead of being remembered solely for his greatness, Pacquiao's legacy may now be clouded by doubts about his reasons for fighting again.
Oh,
Destroy
Manny
it.
Pacquiao. He
Fucking
won
just
world
destroy it.
titles in 8 different weight classes. Who the fuck does that?
And the way he did it, like
Yeah.
that Cotto, I'm a huge fan of Cotto. I love the school. And the way that he beat Cotto, I didn't think nobody could ever do that to him. It was just, bro, what the fuck?
Well, his legs. Manny's legs are like tree trunks.
And the
It's
hand
crazy.
speed, the power.
Speed, everything.
I just always wish that the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight would have took place many, many years before that, but it didn't.
Well, it also took place when Manny went into the fight with a fucked up shoulder. I mean, he knew his shoulder was fucked before that fight and just wanted that money and just let's see what happened.
Manny Pacquiao's stunning victory over Keith Thurman in 2019 was a defining moment in his legendary career. At 40 years old, an age when most fighters begin to decline, Pacquiao defied expectations, displaying explosive power, lightning-fast speed, and relentless determination. That win cemented his legacy, proving he was far from finished. However, the landscape has changed since that remarkable triumph. Many fans now believe time has finally caught up with Pacquiao. His once blazing speed and sharpness seem diminished, and the wear and tear of a long career are becoming increasingly evident. His decision to return to the ring against younger, fresher opponents has raised concerns. Critics fear that another loss or a lackluster performance could tarnish the memories of Pacquiao's once dominant career. While his legacy as an all-time great is secure, questions about his ability to compete at the highest level grow louder with each passing year. Fans are left wondering if Pacquiao's best days are behind him, overshadowed by a risky comeback.
Yeah.
You know, and it's
Seeing him beat Keith Thurman at 40 years old, like, god damn, this guy's great. I mean,
Right.
just look at his career with 8 different weight classes, world titles in? 8 different weight classes. 40 years old, beats Keith Thurman, who was in his prime.
right.
Crazy. I mean, what a man. I mean, what a world champion. And
Well, he sure turned back the hands of time on that one,
f***ing crazy.
didn't he? And he fought in spurts. Both of them
Yeah.
fought in spurts. And I thought Keith was going to pick up on it, but Pacquiao was only fighting the end.
That's it. For today's video, stay tuned until next.